What a Captain Marvel Avengers cameo means for the MCU. Get an umbrella because it's raining Captain Marvel movie news, baby! In an interview with the AV Club earlier this week, Samuel L. Jackson revealed that he would once again play the role of Nick Fury in the Captain Marvel film. This would be his first appearance in an MCU film since 2015's Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, we had already known about Sam J's upcoming appearance thanks to an interview last summer given by MCU producer Overlord Kevin Feige, where he also revealed that Captain Marvel would be a period piece taking place in the 1990s, and it is disgusting that we are referring to the 1990s as a period piece. Yeah. I mean, seriously. Ouch. Another detail about the film is that we'll see Nick Fury with an eye-popping 2 eyes. Well, technically it's not eye-popping until he loses his eye, but you get it. In Jackson's AV Club interview, he said, "I meet Captain Marvel in more of an origin story. You'll see Nick Fury with another guy's face, somebody that's got 2 eyes. So that's a whole big deal. You'll see. It's prior to the eye injury, no eye patch." Here at Nerdist, our expert graphics team has created a preview of what Nick Fury might look like without his trademark eye patch.
You are under arrest, my lord.
Incredible. In addition to Sam's reveal, yesterday Captain Marvel herself, Brie Larson, was spotted at Nellis Air Force Base researching for her role as former Air Force pilot Carol Danvers. Besides making for a fun Instagram opportunity for a few airmen, Brie's research trip also gives us an early look at what a pre-Kree transformation Carol Danvers might look like. But let's get to the main event. With Brie Larson's name appearing on official Avengers Infinity War casting calls and Infinity War directors the Russo brothers accidentally mentioning Captain Marvel's name at a public event back in 2016 when listing who will be in the film, the internet is going wild with speculation about a Captain Marvel cameo in Infinity War, and as much as Marvel denies it, the few slip-ups we've had is enough to send us on a train all the way to Speculation Station. Woohoo! If indeed we are getting a Captain Marvel cameo in Infinity War, be it in the main film or in an end credits scene, we thought we'd break down all the different ways Carol Danvers could pop up in the superhero team-up flick and how they could have a ripple effect on the rest of the MCU. So, first, there seems to be a huge gap of time that would need to be accounted for. If her solo flick takes place in the 90s, which it will, and Infinity War takes place basically now, which it does, then how would Carol Danvers pop up? Now, if this isn't your first ride with us to the Avengers Speculation Station, then you know that time travel is already suspected to be a big part of Infinity War. The easy answer would be that during their quantum leaps to the past, the Avengers make a stop in the 90s and cross paths with a daring Air Force pilot named Carol. Another easy way to get Captain Marvel into Avengers 3 would be the old tried and true Marvel trick we like to call frozen in time. They did it for Captain America and for Bucky, so could a third superhero popsicle show up in Infinity War? Anything is possible, but we doubt they'd pull that move a third time. Now, another option would be to Stephen Hawking their way into a space-time relativity sitch where Captain Marvel is traveling near light speed to get back to Earth. And we know that traveling close to the speed of light leads to time dilation, which is where time passes more slowly for the traveler. But unless Marvel wants to retcon actual science into Guardians of the Galaxy, then we think they'll leave the real physics for the real physicists because science. And finally, the fourth option we see for somehow getting Carol Danvers into the same time and place as the rest of the Avengers is aliens! And to be more specific, alien DNA. Now, we have no idea how Carol Danvers' origin story will play out in the MCU, but based on her various comics histories, she could have alien DNA or possibly a Fantastic Four-esque cosmic ray side effect that slows down or stops her aging process. So if she does show up in Avengers 3, she could have just been living life somewhere and not aging. Which leads to another question. In the MCU, is Captain Marvel a known superhero or is she flying under the radar? Since there have been no previous mentions of her in the MCU, it's hard to justify that people know about her. You'd think Nick Fury would have tried to recruit her way back in the day when he met her if he knew about her powers then. It's also possible that her on-screen story will follow her role in the comics with SWORD or Alpha Flight, which are planetary defense programs. If that's where she's been, it's possible she's been working in secret this whole time. In any case, the fact that Captain Marvel is a relatively or entirely unknown hero out there waiting in the wings will definitely change the MCU, since her absence will need to be explained. However they choose to cameo Captain Marvel in the MCU, we see her as the perfect character to help transition the Avengers into their cosmic Phase 4, since she's an Earth-raised character who ends up fighting the good fight out in the cosmos. But what do you folks think? Are we in for a Captain Marvel Infinity War cameo? Do you think it will be an end credits scene? What will Nick Fury be like with 2 eyes? Let's discuss. Also, be sure to to like and subscribe. And hey, do you wish Nerdist had one of those roundtable shows where 4 intelligent people debate the finer points of pop culture in a humorous and insightful setting? Well, so do we. But until we get that show going, why don't you watch Nerdist News Talks Back? It's our daily show where we break down the latest in entertainment. You can catch it every day, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific.